I think it was just you two. Is that correct? You disagree.
Oh, I didn't. No, I accidentally circled and then I canceled it out. I don't think they're insecure.
Oh, okay, I see. So I think it was just you, Amanda. You think men are insecure if they care about a woman's body count. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
Because I think men can go out and do whatever they want with their bodies, so why can't we?
What if they don't?
Then that's their prerogative. I think that you're entitled to have your opinions in terms of relationships to yourself. You're entitled to want a woman with a low body count, but I still think it's a little bit of an insecurity.
Okay, so body count shouldn't matter then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, going around the table, do you think body count should matter?
For men and women, both.
How about, do you think body count should not matter to men? Like they shouldn't, it's the past, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, then it shouldn't.
It should.
Should or shouldn't?
Should.
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 Should. It should.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
It should matter.
I think it should, and
Okay.
I think that men are valid for thinking that it should matter.
Going around the table, what's your body count? Starting with Sina. Or no, starting with you, since you're the one, you think body count doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know. I've been with the same dude for 12 years. I don't know my numbers.
Range?
I don't know. Haven't thought about it in a long time. Couldn't tell you.
So you forgot?
Yeah.
Is it, you think it's over 30?
No idea.
No idea.
Nope.
Going around the table, body count?
302.
Hold on. One more time.
302.
Okay.
Sorry, my English isn't perfect.
We use the same numerical system. 300.
So you only got two more to go?
305. Wait, are you joking or for real?
No, I'm actually for real.
And
Yeah.
you've kept track?
Yes, sort of. I mean, there's some I don't know the names of, but that was like way in the past. But yeah.
And do you keep a list?
Yeah.
Do you have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're 23?
Yeah.
When did you lose your virginity?
When I just turned 16.
16. Hold on. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 8. 300 divided by 302 divided by 8. 37.75 penises a year. Was there, what was the body count by the time you turned to 18?
By the time I turned 20, I can recall
That's 60.4 partners per year.
Yeah. But by the time I turned 20, my body count was 68.
68. Yeah. So from 16 to 18, 68. How about the past year?
I have no idea.
2024.
Yeah. Like this year's the year I've been with the most people.
Is it because of OF?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So like, has it been 100 plus this year?
Yeah.
200 plus this year?
Can't recall.
Okay.
But a lot.
Okay. And wait, so hold on, let me think about this. 302, 68, you said by the time you were 20?
Yeah, 68, yeah.
68, okay. And then 100 in the past year. How about the most in a 24-hour period?
At the same time or just...
How about, let me think. So you've had like threesomes, orgies?
Yeah.
You've had orgies? Mm-hmm. I guess what's the biggest orgy you've been a part of?
Only 5, not like a huge one.
So when you say 5 in an orgy, do you mean it was a 5 sixsome?
Yeah, 5 guys and me. But
It was a six-some.
It only happened once, yeah. And then I had 4-sums and 3-sums.
More than a six-some?
No.
Okay, so you had a six-some, one foursome. Wait, one six-some, one foursome.
2 foursomes.
2 foursomes.
Yeah. And a lot of threesomes.
A lot of threesomes. And they were they all like all the men?
One of the foursomes was with another couple.
Okay, I see. And so how about when it comes to singular sex partners, not counting the threesomes, foursomes, etc., what's the most amount of sexual encounters you've had in a 24-hour period?
Maybe 4.
Wait, just to clarify, did you say you were 16 or 18?
She said 16. She lost her vehicle.
Oh, 16.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said 18.
No.
Sorry.
No.
You said, 4 in a 24-hour period?
Yeah.
Okay. What about a 48-hour period? 2 days?
Then 7, I guess.
7. What about a 2-week fortnight? How much body count in a fortnight?
What is that?
2 weeks, 14 days. Fortnight.
I have no idea. I don't keep track of how many in a week.
And then if you were to include the threesomes, foursomes, whatever, what's the most amount of men you've slept with in a 1-day period?
It would be 4.
Oh, still 4. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if that checks out, but And then I don't know if okay. Wow. Cool. Congrats, I guess, I think. I'm not sure. Sina, what about you? Body count?
3.
3. Isabella?
2.
I'm not answering that. Sorry.
You want to give us a range?
No, not really. I feel like that question is for the man who decides he may want to marry me or I'm with, and I don't feel like the whole world needs to know my body count.
But it's okay if they know that you used to be an escort. I mean,
yeah, sure. That still doesn't.
You're so far from the mic. Can you just speak on the mic?
That's still not. I just don't feel like that's any of your business or anyone else that watches this show.
Sure. I mean, you're under no requirement to share it. Just it is. I know. Can you maybe not for recreation, but can you share how many men you've professionally seen?
No.
Over or under 1,000?
I'm not answering.
Oh.
Do it! Just do it!
Oh, we love Shiloh.
Sometimes it's okay to not answer.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Fortunately, my body count doesn't determine if I make my dreams come true.
Nothing is impossible!
Love the ponytail.
It's so long.
Yeah.
Quit. And you're not gonna stop there! No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
You're the spitting.
I will give you a $2 bill if you reveal. You know how much a $2 bill is worth?
Not worth my body count.
$2.
All right, I tried. Okay, body count?
7.
I think you skipped
4.
Or you forgot. 4.
Out of respect for my boyfriend, that is between me and him.
Fair enough. Oh, Damien, you know what we have to do? The age thing. In the Discord, the age thing really quick. Yeah. It's just you guys forget your body counts. You won't share your body counts. Probably matters. Really quick before he pulls that up, though.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
It's over 9,000!
Over 9,000?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. All right. Pull up the Discord for the age thingy, my bobber.
Nice.
All right, so you know, going back to the conversation about you guys are gonna look better, and okay, so we aged you guys all forward, and you somehow fucked up her titty tattoo. Cool. all the tattoos changed.
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right, next.
Huh?
Oh my god.
I mean, actually, you don't look
You sound like the sound
that
they play all
different.
the time.
Why did you give her a bunch of fucking armpit fat though? What the fuck, bro? You fucked damn, bro. That's the thing you should be most upset about. Bro. They made you skinny everywhere else, but your armpits are
I have like
fucked
3
up.
different aged photos at this point.
She got lipo on everywhere besides her armpit.
Can they put all of your photos up at the same
The
time?
Ozempic worked everywhere but the armpit.
Why did you?
All right, next, and they got rid of
change.
dibs.
You look good.
Dibs. MILF. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
The chick's a MILF.
Nice. Okay, next.
I'm dreading this.
You kind of got hotter.
Same.
Right?
I'm okay
Shit,
with it.
maybe I was wrong.
The droopy lip is, no.
All right, next.
I'm scared.
Oh, okay, girl. Look at you go.
Good times. Okay, next. Hey, it also fucked up Kiki back there. Okay. All right. I feel like we.
You look better.
Next.
I look like my mom.
You look
Nice.
the same. Yeah.
Next.
Good
That's what I felt like when I saw mine. I looked like my mom.
Wow. Okay. Woo.
You're making.
Damn. Why you give her a fucking lazy eye too along with it? Man? That's crazy, dog. Come on.
AI.
Next. There's not me. There's not like the. Oh, okay. All right. All right. There you go. All right. Okay. And what was the other thing we had to do? The body count. We hit that. It's okay to ask a woman her body count on the first date. A lot of you objected. Katie objected. You objected. You guys can talk. By
I just think the first date's like a little like aggressive.
Did I not
I
check
just
that
feel
one? I
like
thought-
yeah, you can ask. I think maybe especially if you decide you're gonna see each other again, then sure, like after a few dates. But I think asking on the first date is just I don't know.
I think when
bad taste.
Yeah, when you get to the point like where you consider should we be in a relationship, that's where it matters
Yeah.
to some. Yeah.
First date just comes across like I don't even know the right word for that, but
It's
I think
like,
it's perfectly fine because if the guy doesn't, approve of your body count, doesn't want that, then he doesn't have to go on a second date. I feel like that saves the man time.
And it might also save like the girl time because then if you see where his standards are and you might want to mess with somebody that's like doesn't care about your body count, it might save you time of messing with him.
Yeah.
So you both save,
A guy is very much entitled to have standards just as much as women are nowadays.
Yeah.
But can I ask, like, do you have a micro dick then on the first date?
What does that have to do?
But like, if guys have to know so they don't waste each other's time, then if dick size
I would
matters
love
to me,
honestly. I would love it if a girl asked me that.
I can
on a
ask
date.
you that. Do you
What?
have?
Yeah, then I could just say yes and we could move on. I mean,
I would. Yeah, I would like it. I would be like. Yeah, it'd be perfect. It'd be a good question to ask.
Oh, you think it'd be like you'd sit across from a table at
Like at a
dinner with
restaurant?
someone and she's just like, so do you have like a tiny ass dick
How big
or
is
what?
it?
Because I need to know before I even like engage with you further.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually kind of interesting and compelling. By virtue of her asking this question, she's just disqualified herself because it would appear to me that this is something she's like really super important to her on this basis. I don't know if this equally applies to body count because I think caring about penis size is like orders of magnitude more superficial and shallow than a woman's body count. I suppose the woman can make the same argument though, is like, well, if a guy were to ask me The body count question, regardless of my own body count, I would find it kind of like socially retarded or like autistic or fucking, I don't know, like rude to ask.
I was trying to say.
So that is an interesting kind of counter. I do think it's different, but I'll have to think about that one a little more.
I think both of the conversations should be had if you're considering having sex with that person, and that's when the timing is appropriate. Like if you're having conversation, oh, I don't have premarital sex, then it's appropriate to talk about body count if you guys are, you know, have had premarital sex and are now choosing not to, which I think is kind of becoming more common. And so I think for context, I think the timing of the conversation is pretty important. I was kind of, that's why I asked if I marked it, because I think on the first date it could be seen kind of like abrasive or upfront. And even like the same question can be said about the dick, right? Like, is your dick big or small? Like, I don't think that's a first date question. Like, I think you kind of need to feel it out for a little bit and then decide if you're gonna like go that direction. And then that's when you have the conversation. Hey, are we exclusive? Are we seeing other people? What's your body count? Because I'm not down with that, you know. And then that's when that kind of conversation needs to start.
I mean, truthfully though, like I think the penis question or whatever would be good, because if like whatever I was rocking with like wasn't sufficient, I'd rather just like within the first 5 minutes of the date, like, oh, okay, like you're not going to be like satisfied or whatever, I just don't even want to date you, blah blah blah. Like I'd rather just get that out of the way, and then just, she's a size queen, like I don't know, maybe her pussy's loose, I don't know, I want to get that shit out of the way, fine, fuck it, I don't have a problem with it.
I agree with that.
It's probably over though if she's asking that question.
Because most girls who ask that question, is it like for all like the girls here? Would you think that if you were to ask a guy that question, is it because you want to have sex with them on the first date?
I don't know, but anyways, I do have to move it along. Sina, you said you disagree that it's not wrong for a man to refuse to date a woman because she's overweight.
Huh?
You circled not wrong for a man to refuse to date a woman because she's overweight. Is that incorrect?
So, me circling...
Okay. Do you agree or disagree? It's not wrong for a man to not want to date a woman because she's overweight.
I agree.
Okay. Cool. So you didn't mean to circle that then. All right. Moving on then, you guys wrote, I'm going to pair these two together. Men put in more effort than women when it comes to dating. Dating is easier for women. To which, Sina, you disagreed that dating is easier for women. You disagree men put in more effort. Isabella, you disagree that dating is easier for women. Amanda, you disagree that men put in more effort than women when it comes to dating. And that's it. So you guys think that women put in more effort when it comes to dating and that dating is easier for men?
I think that men put in more effort, but it could be uneasy for both parties. Like, relationships can be tough. You don't know who you're dating. You could be dating a terrible person. It's going to be hard.
So when I'm talking about dating, certainly it can be the case that women can date toxic men, men can date toxic women, but I'm more so talking about like those kind of earlier stages of dating.
I think men have it harder earlier on. And I wrote that.
I think I retract my circle. I agree. Men have...
What the fuck? Okay.
Men have it harder.
Anybody gonna hold to what they wrote in the questionnaire?
I think early on in dating that the input is pretty equal, especially in today's dating situations, because there's other things that go into dating for women that don't necessarily apply for men.
Like what?
I mean, personal hygiene for women, like getting ready for a date takes much longer for a woman than it does for a man. And so I think that women typically put more time into the presentation of the date, presentation of themselves on the date.
What extra amount of time would you say? An extra hour maybe, or what do you?
To prepare for a date? Yeah, I would say a girl spends an extra hour getting ready for a date.
As compared to men.
But men has to plan the date and
that's not always the case. I plan dates.
Prepare the date and pay for the date. Like work extra hours to pay for the date.
Yeah,
they say he shouldn't pay for the date though.
Yeah, typically I think so. Historically, right? I think men put in more effort in the courtship process. Currently, I think there is a closer to even contribution on both parties.
Do you think that it's easier for men to date?
No, I think it's definitely harder for men to date than it is for women to date.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking like, okay, even if I grant that women put in all this extra time to get ready, they put on their makeup or whatever, and it takes an extra hour, there is an expectation on men to pay for first dates. If the guy takes you out to dinner, sometimes it could be an affordable place. But I don't think it's I don't think it's crazy that a guy would pay like $100 for a dinner date in like a metropolitan city. If he's making $20 an hour, for example, he's working 5 hours to take you on a date. So
I probably worked 5 hours to pay for everything to get ready for the date.
No, you didn't.
I mean, makeup alone
is expensive.
It cost me more than $100 for that date.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Hair
I guess he means like
Hold on.
we're generally speaking.
The makeup, this is so dishonest. Okay. So you're saying I spent $40 total on this foundation bottle. And essentially your argument would have to be, I use the entire foundation bottle on this date. Or does that foundation bottle last you like dozens or even over 100 individual uses? So it's so dishonest because it's like you would have to determine, okay, how many individual uses do I get out of this one bottle of product? And then you'd have to divide the total cost of the product by how many uses. So if the bottle costs you 100 and you get 100 uses out of the bottle, that's $1. The cost for the date is not $100.
A woman doesn't just use one makeup product before she goes on a date. So I still think it's an equal contribution on both parts.
But I don't think it's comparable.
We've literally done the math on this. Here, there's like a TikTok about like, I'm going to see if I can find it. TikTok math, makeup, date.
$40. Wait, did I hear this right? How much are you saying they're spending on a single date for makeup?
Makeup was just the example of one of the products I'm using that they are purchasing to participate in that date. There are lots of things that go into the care of women for themselves. Nails, hair, makeup, tanning, all of those things factor into
Okay, well then men are buying
their attractiveness.
clothes, gasoline, basically anything which is tangential. Their car repairs, the fact that they got a car, the fact they make car payments, all of that was in preparation for this date too then.
And then that equalizes again with the woman that's coming to the date as a...
How does that... Okay, so if things are equalized coming into the date, then why is he paying for the date?
I don't think, did I circle that? I don't think men should pay 100% all the time. I think that's circumstantial.
No, but the argument was, we were talking about, is dating easier for men or women? Men, if you disagree, if men put in more effort than women when it comes to dating, and you said, well, when you go on the date, like women have to prepare more. And I was like, well, men, if they have to pay for the date, they have to work X amount of hours to be able to pay for the date.
I have to work a certain amount of hours to be able to attend the date as well.
So if I give a woman a makeup pass as somebody who prefers natural women and prefers minimal or no makeup, then...
I mean,
like we don't... Hold on, wait, one sec. Do women wear makeup for themselves, for other women, or for men? Because you guys pick and choose in which situation. So on a first date, you guys dress nice and wear makeup and do all this cosmetic shit for the man, ergo, thus, the man should pay. But if we say, oh, you guys wear makeup for men, you say, no, we would do it for ourselves and for other women. So which is it? Is it Schrodinger's makeup paint?
Honestly, makeup is for men. If you're being honest. If we're being honest, makeup is for the men. Like, we all come to this podcast because we want to look pretty. Yeah, we can say we put on makeup to look pretty for ourselves and to look pretty on the camera, but who's watching us on the podcast? Mainly men, right? Mm-hmm. And we want to portray ourselves in a certain way in front of those people.
Well, hold on. I'm not talking about the pod.
Well, I'm talking in general.
Yeah, but like I acknowledge, like, when women are engaged in like theatrical or film scenario, like if you're on camera, like it's kind of like, yeah, you're gonna wear makeup.
But in general,
I'm not faulting you guys for wearing makeup on the podcast.
But we wear makeup for men. Like,
yeah, okay,
in
cool.
general.
Yeah,
I agree. You have something?
I was just going to say, I feel like that's kind of irrelevant because the question is like, is dating harder for men or women? For men, they have to do the approaching.
Yep.
They generally have to court you. They have to take you somewhere. Whether or not you guys split the bill or whatever, it's generally like you expect the man to take you and treat you. And that's regardless of if you put makeup on your face. Like, yes, generally I will agree, especially depending on the type of woman you are. You want to look your best when you go on a date. Whether you put the makeup on for yourself, you want to feel your best and look your best.
Yeah.
So, but I think dating in general is harder for men. They are the pursuer. They have to do the chase. Women are not going to just come up to you and say like, "Hey, can you take me on a date?" Like that. So it's, in my opinion, like the getting ready process. Yes, for someone like me who does get their nails done and their hair done and all this shit. Yes, it's expensive. It is a lot of work. But dating, no, men have to work harder.
Yeah, and I to your point, even if like the math equaled out, like in terms of what the woman spent, what the man spent, if he pays for the first date, or even if you go 50-50, like all those other dimensions, the man, like typically, look, I get there's some women that shoot their shot. It's exceedingly rare. It does happen, but like overwhelmingly, most men's experience when it comes to dating, they're going to be approaching first. And not only are they approaching you, before they get the yes from you, they got no from 10, 20, 100 other women. Because most men, like, they're not shooting one for one. Like most men, they have to like work.
Yeah, and that's what's the hardest part for
them. They got to deal
with
rejection.
Exactly.
Women you don't really get rejected like that. Like you don't, like if you're at a bar or a club and the dude's just like rapid fire approaching chicks, boom, rejection. Like he's got to approach 10 girls before he's lucky to even like get with one. But so it's like approaching, sending the first message, soliciting the first date, asking for the number, setting up the date, paying for the date, all that shit, moving things forward. There's like dozens of different steps that men have to take that women don't really even have to think about ever. Like, let me ask you guys a question. Of all the first kisses that you guys ever had, did you go for the first kiss or did the guy?
The guy.
I did.
Okay, you're weird.
I did both times.
Okay, cool, bro. You fucking.
I'm just saying. You asked the question, I'm answering.
Yeah, no, you got the red hair. I get it.
Okay.
All right. What about you?
For sure, the guy.
For sure, the guy.
The guy.
The guy.
I made the first move with my husband.
What about all the other men that you forgot about?
I would say it's probably 50-50.
Okay. All right. Riley.
The guy.
Kyla.
The guy.
All right. So the whole rejection thing, let's see here.
One time a guy said ew when I tried to kiss him. He did like that ew.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Their Alm 1,469 donated $99. Guys don't care how you look with makeup on, rather prefer you wear a simple mascara that pops your eyes bright.
Hey, remind me, we're going to do the makeup wipes before the end of the show here, so...
No shame.
Thank you, MVP. Appreciate the TTS.
Also, can I add something
to
that last topic? Guys also, it depends on the girl and the girl's dad, but like for my dad, you have to also work to get the dad's approval because my dad's very protective over me. as I think all dads with daughters should be. But that's another step that can be really tough sometimes for guys to have to take.
Mm-hmm. Sure. A couple of you disagreed with adult age gap relationships. That was, I think that was you three here. You guys disagree with adult age gap relationships. So like a 30-year-old dating a 19-year-old. Why?
I circled it?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Maybe above 30.
You did?
I think above 30.
What do you mean?
I feel like it could be exploitive. When you're just turning 18, you're not mature. You really aren't, and you do irrational things. When you're younger, you're more rational. So I don't know if you're going to be rational going into a super, super old relationship when you're 18.
So it's exploitative. Is that the word?
Irrational.
On the woman's part?
Yes.
I mean, aren't women just irrational at 18 to begin with?
Let's say, can we just start with this? What do you
go ahead.
What do you think irrational means?
Just not a smart, like, thoughtful process. Like, when you make a decision, it's not thought out fully. You're making a decision without.
You think it means dumb?
Somewhat not thought out.
Yeah.
Clear.
Well, let's just, I'm not going to hold it against you, right? You don't exactly have a Google machine in front of you, but just to give you the definition, it would be not logical or reasonable, right? I don't really think that they're not logical or reasonable, right? What's unreasonable about them? They can clearly make reasonable decisions if they can vote.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think they can. I don't think.
Well, then why do we let them vote?
I don't think they should.
When should they vote?
21.
25.
Okay, so then at 21 years old, well, whatever the age gap is, then that would be okay?
It'd be better, yeah. But it'd be better, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not, I'm not asking if it would be better. I'm not asking for the word better, right? Like every year we detract would be better, right? Or every year that wasn't there would be better by this metric. Would it be okay then?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
So what do you think magically makes an irrational person rational in
fully
2
developing?
years?
Like your brain fully develops 23, 21, 23?
26. You're talking about the prefrontal cortex, right? It's 26.
Sure, yeah.
But even that's a bad argument because, one, everybody's prefrontal cortex develops differently, and it starts to degrade after 26. So thing is like if it starts to degrade after 26, then by the time they're 40, it seems like this 26-year-old woman is taking advantage of them since they have a degraded prefrontal cortex, right? So,
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I've actually never heard, and I want to hear one, right? But I've actually never heard a compelling argument ever, a moral argument for why it would actually be immoral for an adult who's 18 years old to date a person in whatever age bracket they wanted to. I've never actually heard any moral argument for that at all, ever. At least not one that was compelling.
18 being the legal age is like constructed though. So like if it wasn't a thing, 18 being the legal age, would it just be okay in general? I don't know. I feel like that's weird.
Then whatever you would default to is whatever legal age you decided adulthood started at, you would still have to give them the responsibilities of adulthood. So if that was the case, I still don't understand what the moral argument would be. So like if you put the age of adulthood at 22 or 20 or 17 or whatever it was, they would still have all the responsibilities of adulthood. So why couldn't they then choose their preference in relationship? I don't actually understand it, right? Like I don't get it. I don't know what the moral, like what the moral argument there is at all. You know what I mean? It's like if you have the responsibility, you can vote, you can be drafted, right? Or you can join the military, you can sign a contract, you can sign a lease, you can sign a mortgage, you can do all these different things. Then I don't understand why you can't choose who you want to date. Like, I think it's more exploitive to let an 18-year-old girl sign a cell phone contract. If they're if they're too irrational to date a 30-year-old because that's exploitative, then basically them doing business with any company that requires a contract would be that company exploiting them, right? Like, wouldn't you then have to say that OF was exploiting girls?
It is. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think if you can choose your gender, you can.
25.
I think if you can choose your gender nowadays, you can be able to date whatever age after you're 18.
MAGA hat. Okay.